Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time out we finished off Futaba's palace. We kicked her cognition, the cognition of her mother, we kicked her ass. And now at this point she's gone into a deep slumber and she's going to be napping until the 20th. Yeah, it's only the 8th, so we've got a while to go. Is it the 8th? No, it's the 2nd. Fuck, we've got a long way to go. So, for the next 4 or 5 parts, we've got a lot of waiting to do. So what that means is we're going to be doing a lot of social links. And actually, before we get back to doing the story, we're going to actually be completing the vast majority of the social links we've got available at this point, at least with the main cast. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with our first social link of the day. So, yeah, we're meeting up with Makoto. Basically, she has some... issues with her friend Aiko's boyfriend. She thinks that she's taken she doesn't know much about him. Just that he's I can't remember what they call it, but he's at he works at a club. I can't remember what his title was though.
Excuse me.
I can't really remember. He works at a club and she thinks that basically he's trying to take advantage of Aiko. So she wants us to come with her so she can basically get some information out of him and see if she can make sure so she can find out what's going on with this asshole. So that's what we're doing here. This isn't dodgy at all. Tsukasa asking for Makoto's number while Aiko's off in the toilets. Hey, I resent being called Glasses-kun. Just stop it, asshole. There you go, he's a host. A host. I don't really think... A host a thing over here? In the West, I don't really think they are. I think it's more of a Japanese thing. But yeah, he's a host at a club. And Makoto's kind of a bit suspicious of him, especially as he just asked for a number as soon as Aiko was out of the room. That's kind of fucking dodgy. You're just being protective of... my face. You're just being protective of Aiko, Makoto. You just want to make sure that you haven't got a complete and total asshole. She hasn't got a complete total asshole for her boyfriend. And he's sending text already. It's full of emojis. I love this. Phone emoji. Oh my god, I hate this guy already. So many emojis. But yeah, we're gonna be
Thank you very much.
finding out a fair bit more about this prick before Makoto's social link is done. This is just the start. Chance to cure status ailments inflicted upon party members. That is a really useful thing to have for all party members. You really want to get that on all party members pretty much ASAP. It's really fucking useful. Because at least from my experience, I don't really find a lot of I don't really get status ailment healing stuff a whole lot, so it's something that can be really useful and helpful. Once again, more text messages, basically ratcheting up the pressure. Look, I've done all I can. We've dealt with the palace. All we can do right now is wait for Futaba to wake up from her hibernation. That's really all we can do. And yeah, she won't wake up until she doesn't wake up until the 21st of August. My apologies. So that's all we can really do, really. This happens during this part of the game because it's, I think, summer vacation at this point. And so basically, during this time, basically people, members of your party who are social links, they will drop by from time to time to kind of, and you can have the option to spend all day kind of hanging out with them. It's a good way if you getting their social link rank up faster. So if you want, say for example, if you really need to get Ryuji's level rank up to the maximum level, taking the time to let him hang out with you all day will severely give you a boost, which means the next time you talk to him, you go hang out with him, it's much more likely that you will get a social link rank up from that. So it's really, really useful. They're also entertaining to watch because, you know, Ryuji kind of hangs out with you. He's like, hey, I've got some DVDs on soccer. Do you want us to watch soccer? It's football, Ryuji. Fucking hell, get a clue. But and they are kind of funny to watch through. And you also have the option to spend the evening if you want. So you can basically spend the whole day and the whole evening just hanging out with Ryuji. Hanging out with the person in question. And if you do that, then you've got a really big chance of pushing their social link rank with you forward. Which is kind of... It's nice to do. I thought I'd show it off once. I'd just show off Ryuji's here. I thought I'd just show off Ryuji's and then we'll leave the rest out of it. But everybody kind of does it at some point. You know, it happens a lot. I think it also happens... It's more likely to happen if the character is kind of... If you're far along with the... if you've still got a few social link ranks to go. Like, if they're at max, I don't think it's likely that... It's less likely that you're going to kind of want to... That you'll have the option to spend the day with them. But it's a good option if you want to boost their social link rank, basically. It's useful in that regard. But anyway, it's the 4th. We're still waiting for Futaba to recover. This is something that I kind of noticed, really, is that Makoto's social link kind of... I boosted that rank a fair bit. Like, her social link kind of comes in spurts. Like, first playthrough, hers is kind of annoying because you have to... I think you have to... At first, you have to max out... You have to get your charm up to rank 3 or 4. And then you have to get your guts up to rank 4. And it was a real pain in the ass to get my stats up to a high enough level. Like Makoto's, it kind of stops at 2 specific points. And it's very difficult to get it done quickly. But here, because my stats are already maxed out, I got her social link done really fast. A hell of a lot faster than the first playthrough. But anyway. So yeah, Makoto is pretty much kind of worried here that basically this Tsukasa guy is pretty much like the guy she hears about from her sister all the time, who, you know, get girls to like them and kind of force them to go into, you know, to pay off their debts with their bodies and that kind of thing. And she's kind of worried that that's what's going to happen to Aiko. And the fact that he keeps texting her, she doesn't like that much either. And this is where we find out about her dad as well. That her dad was a police officer who dealt with a criminal gang. And basically, they investigated the driver. He was hit by the driver of a truck, killed instantly. And they found out that the driver was on some kind of drug, and that basically heavily hinted at, although never proven, that it was heavily hinted at but never proven that, you know, the leader of these gangs that he fucked up quite badly had kind of paid this guy off to do it intentionally. So it's pretty sick. And it's also the fact that and it does a couple of things. It kind of gives you a bit of info about Makoto and kind of why she was so uptight, why she feels like she has to get the best possible grades possible so she can, because you know it's just her and her sister. Mom and dad aren't around anymore, so she wants to kind of help her sister out as much as possible. Just kind of like the reason why the way she was before you got to know her. But it also, my apologies. Fuck. It also, what it also does, it kind of shines a little bit of light on Sai, on her sister, and why she's the way she is. Because she, you know, the reason why she's so harsh on Makoto and why she's so single-minded is because she needs as much money as possible to kind of support herself and support Makoto. So it's kind of so this kind of scene is more a kind of shining light on both of them as characters, which I actually really like. It kind of gives you a much more nuanced detail into, you know, why Makoto and her sister are the way they are. So it's pretty cool, and it gives you a bit more sympathy towards both of them.
All right.
Null, repel, and drain when highlighting a target in battle. Shadow factorization, that's really useful. So it means that it kind of tells you if you can attack quite easy. So it's nice. So Aiko's still talking to her. Now she's thinking of just skipping college again. And there we go. I like this. Refuse her, please. Yeah, so I kind of like that. That's something actually that's kind of done very well in this, in Makoto's story, in Makoto's social link as well. Kind of how Aiko, they kind of play off each other and help each other out in various different ways. Like Aiko helps Makoto kind of not be so uptight, while she helps her to kind of not be so obsessed with Tsukasa and kind of have some common sense, I guess, by the end of it. So it's kind of you know, it's cool. But anyway, we're now here to see Chihaya.
Here we go.
Which I think this is one of the last times actually for a while that we're actually going to be talking to her, because their social link just isn't fucking getting any further along. It's been a real pain. But anyway. So she's talking about here how she's basically going to buying loads of books to kind of help her give better advice for her clients, which is kind of nice. Yeah, kind of saying that she needs to advise her. She has responsibility to advise her clients in the best possible way, which I think is a nice little. It's already showing that she's started to change. Did you spend it all?
What?
It's Yoda. No, sorry, Yokota. Hi, Yokota. How are you? The chairman. Who's the chairman? You have a chairman? I thought you were just a fortune teller. What's going on? Now then, I should be going. Yeah, so the story is getting a bit more interesting now. Private matter, I'm intrigued. I'll project you luck whenever you want it. Which is kind of a useful little thing to have, I guess. So it provides a preview of some abilities for a confidant of your choice. So basically you can go to her and you can find out what a certain confidant's future abilities will be. It's more useful for a first playthrough rather than your second or third. But your first playthrough, that's pretty useful, so you know it'd be pretty much good for like kind of working out, okay, if I max out this guy's social link, you know, this person's social link first, then I can get this ability earlier. Sorry, which can be really useful. There's some really good ones. But anyway, we got a text late at night from Yusuke. For God's sake, go to sleep. And basically, he's got there's a movie he wants to go see, so we're gonna go see that with him. Basically, pushes on going to movies with people, pushes on their social link, and also gives their persona a boost, which is kind of useful. It's what happened in Persona 4 Golden as well. But the movies are really awesome in this game. I love them. Apparently, we're seeing a whodunit kind of musical. This is kind of weird. But yeah, I love this. My favorite is still the Cake Night Rises, though. Cake Night Rises is fucking awesome. One of the best things I've ever seen in my life, heard in my life. It's great.
Indeed.
I don't mind. You can concentrate on what you want, Yusuke. Have fun. Time to head home. But yeah, that I don't remember that one too much, that movie, but it's kind of an interesting one, I suppose. But anyway, we've got a text, so yeah, it's just more stuff about it's kind of, there are more leaks happening online about companies, and we think it might be Medjed. We're just gonna have to just chill. Futaba will wake up on the 21st and everything will be sorted. No need to worry. But anyway, that's it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time when, guess what? We're going to be doing loads more social link stuff. And that's pretty much what it's going to be for the next 4 parts, really. Before the story, you know, until we see what happens when Futaba wakes up and the story continues on from there. But, so yeah. Next time, more social link stuff. Join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. I will see you next time.